I am Amos Chege, and I'm the general manager of Almasi Beverages Ltd plant. Just to say that I started in this organization 30 years ago. I joined this organization on 1st of May 1990. I came in as a casual employee from the university, and it doesn't mean that I didn't have a job to do. I had many invitations from other companies, but because I had chosen to work with Coca-Cola, I opted to take a casual job on that day of 1st May 1990. I worked as a casual for several months, and on 1st September 1990, I got a permanent job in this organization. I worked as a unionizable employee in the laboratory, as a laboratory technician for some time. I also used to operate the machines on the line, and later on, I was promoted to a plant chemist. Over years, I worked as a plant chemist, and later on, I was promoted to a quality assurance manager. I worked in quality control also for some years, and then I was given another challenging opportunity to manage production. And I worked as a production controller, again for some years. But when I was in the production, I was managing the line and also sometimes relieving the human resource manager when he would go on leave. And at one time, the human resource manager resigned, and I had to double up in manufacturing and as a human resource manager for a period of 6 months. Later on, I was promoted to a production manager, and then I worked for some years, and then after that, I was promoted to a factory manager. When I was a factory manager, I was like deputizing the managing director of this organization. So over the years, we worked hand in hand with the managing director. When she went on leave, I was running the organization. And in terms of operations, I was handling the entire factory in terms of operation, while the MD was dealing with the administration. That's how I rose. Now, after some time, when our managing director was promoted to head Almasi Beverages, I took over the leadership of this organization, and I've been guiding this organization for the last 5 years. Well, training is a very important aspect of the human, that is for the staff of any organization, because the moment you identify a good person, a person with the right attitude for the job, it is important that you enhance his performance with the training. I am sure that everybody in this organization, in respective areas, he or she had 1 or 2 trainings or many in her lifetime in this company. And more specifically, with the guidance of our CEO, we have dealt more on the human aspects of an employee, although we have also trained on the technical part of each and every employee. Because performance is about the human being, it's about the attitude. And the moment you prepare an employee in terms of the attitude, he becomes a better performer. When I became the production manager, there were 2 lines. There was one line that had a capacity of 18,000 bottles per hour that was manufactured in 1976. The efficiency of this line was low, and for those who are aware of efficiency of a line, this line used to record line utilizations of 40%, 50%, and that line was very expensive to run. There was a second line that was manufactured in 1986. It was running fairly, but the management in terms of spares, in terms of the attitude of the employees and all that, it was a bit not very good. But when we came in, and with the help of the management and the CEO and with the help of the managing director, then we were able to buy spares for those lines, and they were able to take us to a certain extent of efficiency. And that is why later on we presented our business case for new lines to the directors of this company, and after a long discussion they were able to pick our vision in terms of excellence in production. One thing I have to admit is that we have had an excellent board. At any time, the management would come up with a strategic plan. Any time, the management would come up with a master plan. Any time, the management would come up with a business plan. The board would take it very seriously. And by the way, the board was just like management. They used to go through those papers very thoroughly, and they would correct us. They would guide us on a few issues here and there, but they never threw any of our paper away. And they would pick it and run with us. It would take some time, of course, but at the end of the day, the board would believe in us, and we were able to execute the vision, the management vision and the board vision together into the business. Okay, initially, like any other business, when there is businesses coming together, there is fear from employees, and the fear is usually it's about their jobs. Will they be able to retain their jobs? But one thing I want to tell you, we got a lot of encouragement from our board as a management, and the management was also able to encourage all the employees. And we went through a journey. Of course, when you comfort employees that there will be no losses of jobs, many would not take it like it is the truth. But I can assure you, we went through that journey, and not a single employee lost his job. And from there on, our people were able to have confidence and have confidence with the management and the board, and to believe in us in everything that we say or do. Well, for anybody to work for 30 years in an organization, one, you have to like the organization, like from the heart. It's about the heart. And you have to have passion in what you do. It's not about yourself, it's about the organization. I was telling my people the other day that if you cannot do something in your own house, don't come and do it here. If you buy a pen, if you want to buy a pen and buy it for 50 shillings here, and if I tell you to buy this pen at home at 50 shillings you can't buy it, then you are the wrong person. What do I mean? You cannot make a difference in your organization by working for 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. If you have to make a difference, you have to work more than 5 days in a week. You have to work more than 8 hours in a week. That's how you bring change in your organization. The little change that you can bring into that you bring in personally or together makes the difference in a company. I know it is not easy. 30 years and I'm not ready to go anywhere else. If I can be able to do 35, 40, I'll love it, because I love this job. I like what I do from the heart. I like it. It has become part of my life, what I do every day. Sometimes if I don't come to the office, I feel like there's something wrong with me. What I can advise the young people is that please love what you do. Many other times when probably we think about money, I want to tell you, when I started here as a cashier, I was being paid 40 shillings a day from the university. I didn't look at the 40 shillings. I was looking at the future. Can you imagine when I got my first permanent employment, what was my basic? The first letter that came on my desk, if I had one, anyway, I didn't have a desk because I was an operator on the line. The letter read, your basic pay will be 1,200 shillings. But I still soldiered on. I had other invites with far much better salaries. But I chose to stay on. But through the years, because of perseverance, loving what I do, liking what I do, I've gone through all those processes, those stages. In here, I'm leading the company where I started as a cashier. It's very interesting because the first thing I just pick a bottle and just check whether it is bottled by the company that I lead. And I can tell you I feel good, because when you have produced a product and you see that a consumer is choosing what you have done,